going to continue with crowdsourcing AI solutions for climate action with a bumper team. Yes, why not crowdsource a panel with a huge crowd? It's our Express panel. Now, this comes from a series of competitions where winners may have the opportunity to attend the Climate Change Conference COP28, and that's hosted by the UAE at the end of the year. And I worked out that as COP28 aims to find ways to protect the planet, we can actually say that the winners have a chance to save the world. So I have the honor to ask all of you to please come up on stage as I read out your names, please. Audience, this does mean a sustained round of applause for you all, but please think of all the calories you're using, and I will introduce Najat Mokhtar, Deputy Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Up you come. Eric van Ingen at the Food and Agriculture Organization. Clare Stark at UNESCO. Rami Amin with the World Bank. Just come on up, it's okay. Sit down wherever you wish, we'll work it out. Antonia Brovelli, Professor of Geographic Information System and Digital Mapping at the Politecnico di Milano. And finally, keep going with this last bit, please. Thank you, Tomas Lamanauskas, Deputy Secretary General of the ITU. Well done, audience. And Najat, I think it's over to you first, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. And I have the pleasure to their colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you to this event on crowdsourcing AI solution for climate change. I have the pleasure to have with me here my esteemed colleagues from FAO, ITU, UNESCO, the University Polytechnico di Milano, and the World Bank. I'm not here to tell you that climate change is one of the major challenges that the community globally we are all facing. We are all experiencing frequent drought, longer drought, severe drought, water scarcity, and this all, of course, affects food security, water security, stability in the world. However, we have a hope that technology, communication technology, but also artificial intelligence can bring solution to climate change, to crowdsourcing. I don't know if I can pass, yeah, very good. The next section, slide. So I'm really thrilled to announce that we are working together with my colleagues here to harness the power of crowdsourcing and AI solution for climate to really find a solution to climate change. And I want to invite whoever wants to join us in this endeavor, other organizations, private sector, institutions, you are most welcome to join us. So you will see that we have 3 thematic areas: water resource management, food, climate smart agriculture, reducing energy consumption of 5G networks. We have 2 components. The first one is Innovation Factory that will serve as a hub for collaboration, knowledge sharing, and co-creation. The Innovation Factory will be launched for AI-driven solutions that have the potential to revolutionize our approach to climate change. Here, we welcome startups to share with us their solutions, ideas through our problem statements. The second component is the competition, which offers platform for individuals, teams, to showcases of their innovative AI-based solution that address various aspects of climate change, mitigation, adaptation, and resilience. In this partnership, and this is where artificial intelligence unites, as you can see here, we will work on thematic areas that are relevant to each of our mandates. For example, we have the mandate, IAEA, in advancing the use of nuclear science for development. We work on food security, on climate change, water, environment, human health, to name a few. So for the IA, for example, we have three problem statements, as you can see on this slide. The first one is looking at how we can integrate artificial intelligence in hydrology to assess water using stable isotope technology, studies to support water management and mitigate the world's water problem. Through our unique isotope hydrology technology, we can respond to critical questions, mapping the underground water, for example. Where is the water? How much we have down there in underground water? How good is that water? And how long that water can last? So those are critical questions that nuclear technology can provide the answer to. The second problem statement is focused how we can help, or how can artificial intelligence help providing information on soil property, soil mapping across large area based on different data collection methods, including technology like infrared spectroscopy, gamma spectroscopy techniques, and satellite imaging. On the third statement, our final problem statement focuses on how artificial intelligence can help mapping and monitoring soil moisture, how much water is in the soil, when the farmers can irrigate, when the farmers should not be irrigating, so that we can save our water. Using data collected from cosmic ray neutron sensors, for example, gamma spectrometry techniques, in combination, of course, with satellite imaging. With this, now it's my pleasure to hand over the floor to my colleagues, my colleague from FAO, Eric Van Hingen, to talk about FAO problem statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, happy to present the FAO challenge on Earthmap. If you go to earthmap.org, you will see the tool that we have now released. It's a very popular tool to do really hardcore remote sensing. It has an immense set of access to satellite imagery and remote sensing models. And it does democratize the usage of remote sensing for climate action. But we do believe that with the help of startups, and that's the challenge, and the integration of large language models, Earthmap can even be democratized much more. So we call upon you to help us integrating large language models into Earthmap, so even all of you would be able to use Earthmap. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. And now I would like to invite my colleague from UNESCO to state the problem statement. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So UNESCO has the International Hydrological Program, and we're also the Secretariat for the UN Water Report. And we've been working quite extensively on flood and drought forecasting and integrated water resource management. We know, for example, that we have increasing hydroclimatic extreme events. 166,000 people have died in the last 20 years, 3 billion people affected. And this has caused huge impacts on the economy and on people's lives. So what we would like is for you to develop an AI solutions around these issues to support communities in need in developing early warning systems. So we're looking at basically three focus areas. We're looking at flood and drought forecasting. We're looking, as I said, at early warning systems and how AI can really help in sort of the predictive analytic capacity in that regard. And we're also looking at identification of water resources, vulnerability to climate change. So we're very excited about this joint UN partnership and to bringing, hopefully, young people to the COP. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you. My colleague from the World Bank, Rami Amin.
Thank you. So my name is Rami. I work at the World Bank Group, and just a quick introduction I found from some coffee chats today. Not everyone knows what that is. It's a development finance institution where we provide financing to governments around the world to finance their infrastructure projects, to finance their development projects, all sorts of projects that are wrapped around sustainable development goals that we've been learning about today. And I'm co-leading an AI and human rights project. And this has informed the intervention that we're making for this year's Innovation Factory. In addition to the usual criteria in which concepts and pitches might be judged around performance, around capabilities, around novelty, around presentation, this year we're going to add one more evaluation criteria, which will be around AI risks. We would invite all those who are submitting pitches and proposals and decks for these different problem statements to also submit some reflections about how they have been thinking about the potential risks associated with the AI solutions that they're proposing, and some mechanisms for risk mitigation around those different AI risks. Thanks.
Thank you. And now I have the pleasure to introduce my colleague Maria Brovelli from Polytech Di Milano.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So I'm presenting two challenges which are proposed by my team at Politecnico di Milano together with ITU. And the two challenges are part of the Geo-AI challenges. We have a larger set of challenges that we are proposing tomorrow. So if you are more interested in this field, please come tomorrow to the SDG stage at 1 p.m. because I will present all the challenges. And the two challenges I'm presenting right now, because they are more related to the climate change, are two different things. So the first one refers to, as a matter of fact, to the extreme events that happen sometimes after a very dry period, and they're causing a lot of problems like flooding or landslide. So specifically, we want to challenge you with respect of building the susceptibility map for landslide, problem that it's almost everywhere, and we experienced recently also in the north of Italy. So please help us with respect to that. The second challenge is on the opposite, a challenge related to air pollution in the cities, which is again another big challenge. And what we want to do is to produce again the susceptibility maps based on season, not the yearly maps. So please help us with these two challenges.
Thank you. And last but not least, I would like to introduce my colleague from ITU, my colleague Tomas Lamanauskas.
Thank you very much. And it's great indeed to add our challenge to this great suite of challenges introduced by the colleagues. And we already had a previous speech, I think, from the podium about the energy efficiency and climate change and AI. And indeed, our challenge also relates to that. So the specific challenges how can AI reduce energy consumption in 5G networks? And indeed, energy consumption is a big part of a network operating cost as well. So out of network operating costs, around 90% is in energy, and around 70% of that is actually in a so-called base station, so it's access networks. And even though we design technologies to be more energy efficient, and 5G is designed to be 4 times more energy efficient than 4G, just because we have so many more bits, so many more base stations, so many more connectivity, we actually still consume 3 times more energy. And that's why this is a bit of like a treadmill type of race, which we need everyone to help win. So we're also great that we have our partner, Huawei, that contributed with data from 200 stations over 60 days to actually help those teams that will contribute, play with that data and come up with the solutions, how to actually manage energy consumption for 5G networks better. We'll have also online workshop the 11th of July to explain that more, but also you have here QR codes to get more information. Now, as you know, winners of the challenge will be announced as COP28, so with that, just maybe next slide, please. So with that, maybe just introduction, that will not, the COP28 for us will not be just about winners for the challenges. That will be great opportunity to be there, but also to contribute to much broader green digital action. So on June 5th, which is World Environment Day, ITU with a big suite of partners. At the moment, we count 20 partners, and that number keeps increasing every day. And we have colleagues from this panel, including World Bank as our partner. Thank you very much. And we're really looking forward to participate on behalf of digital industry at COP28 and to demonstrate that digital can be a solution first to the climate crisis, but also that digital industry takes its own responsibility to be sustainable very seriously. So again, hopefully you'll join us. You'll see another QR code, which if you open will show you how to join us there. So either as a winner of this challenge or as a part of the broader coalition. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you.